Strong review here of Justin Thomas. Needs zero introduction. Decided to do a driver video with Justin because he's just so long and powerful, straight, consistent off the tee that it made sense. So looking at Justin from a setup here, you can just see great posture here on the left. Nice wide stance. Interestingly, his head's pointed slightly behind the ball there. I think that's, sometimes our head tends to go where we get the best look from, so maybe that's something that he's just done for a long time growing up. So good setup, nice and square, very good posture, very athletic, and moving into the takeaway here, really gets his body opening up nice and early, good hip turn in the early part of the swing, and you can definitely see those hips opening and that weight tracking back, shoulders consistently turning. And it's very interesting when you get to here, he definitely is turning around that centre point. That centre point is not moving. So some might refer to this as a little bit more of a tilt, even though it starts off this way in the swing as just a standard rotation. But then if we watch on the next part there, you can see he definitely extends his spine upwards a little bit, and that then creates a huge amount of space between his hands and his body. So he has basically created there the widest possible arc that he could have made in his swing. The thing that he's got here is he's very much behind the ball, so even though you might look at it, if you take the ball away, you might go, okay, he's definitely not loading up his chest over his right side, it's more central, even to slightly left. But if you look with the ball there, you can see it's he's well behind it still. Right leg's pretty straight. Just in terms of how we got the club up to the top there, if you keep the hands in and don't let the club get behind your hands, there's two options. One's to really lay it off from there, or the other one is just to keep that wrist position and let that right arm move with the spine, and then you're going to end up nice and high. And I'd say camera angle makes it look more across the line than it is. It's pretty neutral, but it's slightly across the line. So he's nicely extended in the spine there. He's got his right leg pretty straight, loads of width, loads of turn, and then all he needs to do now is make that big transition. And the great thing here is he goes from the top of the backswing into the downswing, keeping the wrist. The wrists are barely doing anything at this point. There's no crazy amount of lag going on here for a guy that's so powerful. You'd almost expect to see, like on a Brooks Koepka, where the shaft's almost on his shirt. But he's not doing anything. He's using a lot of his body, massive leg movement to get his hips and his shoulders opening. So his wrists don't need to do anything. He's just moving that arm bracket that he's got here. He's still got that at the top, and he's got it here. So once he's got the club setting from about here, everything from there moving his body. His arms are pretty much just being a passenger in that regard. So his body's got into position, it's going fast now. And then from there you can see that it's very signature right foot, left heel position there of Justin, that he's almost off the floor. He's putting that much force through the ground that it's slightly lifting him up. And that's then giving him just that huge momentum then to let everything on his arms and wrist go at the right point of impact. And you can just see it's very, very neutral, very wide through the ball. You won't see many people with much more extension in more parts of their body than you will do on that of Justin Thomas. Both legs almost fully stretched. His back is very well extended there, and arms, wrists, everything's gone. So he's put all of his levers that are possibly available to him through the ball at the right time. He hasn't leaked power anywhere in that. Then he's up to the finish. So because it's all driven from how he's moving his body here, the interesting thing is that there isn't a whole lot going on with the club face, even though he's hitting it so hard. Whereas a lot of people who don't have that body movement that he has will find a way to release it harder through the arms, might get some more club face rotation there to find speed. He's able to do it from flexing, extending, flexing and extending everything, and that's how he's getting himself into the position where he's able to be consistent at the speeds that he hits it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know if there's any others you want doing.